Mr. McKeon with an Inkscape tutorial. This one is about scanning in your drawings using the scanner and then bringing them into Inkscape or possibly Illustrator and turning them into SVGs so you can use them on the laser cutter. So I've got my scanned tree and this object. I'm going to try the tree stump first. So I file open. I look for the JPEG, which is just a JPEG. Say OK. And if I click on it, you can see it's the paper from the scan. It included, you can actually see the paper over here as well, up here. But here's what I just want. So it's pretty simple. You go to Path, Trace Bitmap. You hit, leave all these the same. There might be some times that we need to change it, but for the most part, just leave those all the same and hit OK. Then close this. And now you're going to have, this is the SVG, this is the old JPEG. Okay. So I can click and move it just like it would a normal picture, but watch what happens when I click on the Path tool. I have all the paths for this. This one doesn't. All the paths. And with that, I can cancel the fill, give it a stroke. I'm just going to check the stroke is 1. So if I click over here, you can see now it's an outline, and I can fill it with whatever color I want, or I could take the stroke away, which is this line that is outlining it all. I'm going to delete the JPEG, and I'm going to bring this back over here. Now I want rid of some of I want to get rid of some of these things. So right now, all of these are connected. There's even a dot down here. There's a dot up here. There's a bunch of dots on the side of the line. So I'm going to go to Path. I'm going to break apart this. Okay. Now I can use the Path tool to delete. Sorry. Use to delete parts that I don't want. I can Control A. Delete that. So now I have just the part that I want. Oh, there's one right here. Get rid of that. So I'm just using the Select tool to delete all the parts that I don't want. I think that's about right. Yeah, okay. So if I highlight it now using the Select All tool, I can fill it. I can take the stroke away. I can fill individual sections. So they'll be ready for resin pouring or for pewter casting, depending on what's going on. All right, I'm going to try one other one. Open. Do the same thing. Open it. Press 5. The number keys help you zoom in. So same thing, I'm going to click on it. I'm going to go to Path, Trace Bitmap, OK. Close this. Again, I've got the JPEG over here I can get rid of. Bring this back over here. I'm going to go to Path and I'm going to break apart. Ooh. Some interesting things. That's okay. Now I'm going to use the Select tool and I'm going to start getting rid of all these parts that I don't want. And this one actually is pretty messy. So when you create your design, you should really have white paper and only your design in there. So I think that's about it. I'm going to go to Object, Fill and Stroke. I'm going to remove this the fill. I'm going to add the stroke. Right now there's no lines at all, so I'm going to add the stroke so I can look at it. Then I can decide what parts I want to fill in and what parts I don't want to fill in. So if I can click on an individual one, I can just click here. And then that would cut down into the mold, and the pewter would come up out of it. It would be reverse. Okay? So this is ready to go. I could actually copy and paste this. Sorry. Control C, Control V, and I can have multiple. I can paste this into a new document. I can manipulate it using the editing tools or the path tools or object tools, flipping it, transforming it, making it bigger. I still have control of, I can group all of these, object, group, and now I can make it smaller, bigger, and so on. And you want to file, and you want to save this as an Inkscape SVG. Thank you.